Hi guys, welcome back to My Twin Flame is a Celebrity. I'm your beloved host, Hamori. I wanted to apologize for taking so much time away from this channel. I honestly threw it into the ethers and never looked back. I also walked away from the Twin Flame journey for a little bit, but you can't do that. So I'm back again. And this time I'm here to stay, and I will be posting almost daily. I also have opened my books back up for spiritual consultations and spiritual advising in general, but also for this dynamic because I'm being called to shepherd this prophecy, and I'm being called to this specific collective. This is a very niche, small group. So if you're new here, the title is very self-explanatory. This is for people who, I don't even want to say believe, I would say who know that their divine counterpart, their kingdom spouse, their soulmate, their twin flame are celebrities. They're in the public eye and they are famous, and you are not. So I'm not talking about crazy fangirls. I'm not talking about obsessive fangirls. I'm not talking about I'm talking to people that know that like the Most High God has stepped off of his throne, met you where you were, and told you, hey, so-and-so is your divine counterpart. And this is my divine will for your life, okay? So I'm going to get right into it. I'm going to talk about my spiritual advising stuff at the end. And thank you for the person that sewed into my YouTube channel. That was very, very kind of you. So today's episode is going to be about jealousy on the twin flame journey, twin flame celebrity twin flame journey, obsession, low self-esteem, and sorrow, and then remedies for them. So I found myself, and you may find yourself, constantly comparing yourself to his past partners, his past lovers, or even just experiencing envy or jealousy just with his fans, like fangirls. And you're not alone. It can be a little discouraging when you haven't walked in your full divine feminine like authority, because once you're fully embodying your divine feminine frequency and you're walking in full self-mastery, you don't feel envy or jealousy. Or if it does come up, you're able to catch it very quickly and alchemize it and detox it and purify it out of your consciousness. So, it's, like I said, it's very easy because he's most likely dated other celebrities, other high caliber, I don't know another word, just other women who are successful and beautiful, talented, whatever. But this is an opportunity for you to dive deeper into your self-esteem journey with the Most High. So my self-esteem, my self-concept, my self-worth are unshakable, and they're extremely high to the point where I have to actively make sure I keep and maintain a disposition of humility because of all the triggering that's been done to my self-worth and my self-esteem, looking at my divine counterpart as a mirror. Because now I know that I'm extremely beautiful physically, spiritually, mentally, emotionally. I know that I'm extremely talented, and I'm not even saying this just to boast, but this is like, this is something this is just my truth, okay? But I didn't always used to feel this way, right? So I used to compare myself subconsciously and, to the extremely beautiful woman he's dated and the talented women he's dated. And my divine counterpart has been with some of my favorite artists. My divine counterpart is my favorite artist, but he's been with some of my other favorite artists, some of my other female favorite artists. So it just can really tug on your self-esteem when you're not seeing yourself with clarity. When you're not seeing yourself how the Most High sees you, then you will have a distorted self-concept and self-perception and sense of self-perception, okay? So this is just calling you. The remedy for this is to ask the Most High to fortify your self-concept and your self-esteem, your self-worth, and he will do it, okay? And just Well, okay, so first let me say, if you're here, you most likely are spiritual and you most likely have a relationship with the Most High Creator. But if you don't, this channel really, I talk about leaning on the Most High and leaning on our Creator in every video. Like, my whole channel is surrounded, like, every video is about leaning on the Most High. Every remedy is bring it to the Most High. Bring it to the Most High. Okay, so my first step, if you don't have a good relationship with the Most High, if you've had abandonment wounds, of course, I welcome all faiths are welcomed here, but my name for the Most High is Yahweh. I have a video coming up about abandonment wounds with the Most High and using your twin flame connection to fortify and to establish a connection with the Most High, because you will need that first before anything else, just in life, honestly. So yeah, that was just a side note. But so yes, the remedy for comparisons to his past partners or past lovers is just to, also it could be an invitation to dive deeper into your self-care, because maybe you don't take care of yourself as well as you should, and maybe maybe the women that he's dated or is dating reflect back to you that you don't take care of yourself as well as you should. You don't prioritize your physical image. I'm not one of those spiritual women who think that there's, that beauty and aesthetics are demonic or they are not important. They are very important. Beauty, there's a reason why people gift beautiful bouquets of flowers to people. You are to dedicate time and energy into your up-leveling and self-improvement, and that includes your literal physical appearance. Your hair always needs to be done. I'm really sorry if this seems vain, but guys, the people who are called to my collective and the people who are part of my niche collective, we will be in the public eye. There will be paparazzi everywhere we go. Okay, I've had dreams about it. So you need to be camera ready, truly. Unless if you don't care that you're going to be looking crazy on tabloids, then go ahead. And all over social media, then by all means, go ahead. But I'm trying to save you and I'm trying to protect you, okay, from future shame of looking like a crackhead in public on TMZ. So moving forward, if you have not already, you need to really prioritize and not also just, I just stuttered so bad. Not also just your physical appearance, but also your physical health. So you need to start eating cleaner, eating better, limit processed food and sugar and meat. A lot of people who are called to my collective are being called to go plant-based or at least pescatarian. Eat more whole foods, cut out all the processed foods and the junk foods, and take your supplements and work out and really prioritize spending time with nature and your holistic wellness, your mental, physical, and spiritual, and psychosomatic health and emotional health. So yeah, that was that branch. So it can drive you to just take better care of yourself, or just that's all that person is reflecting back to you, like, take better care of yourself. So yeah, also what really helped me, and I'm gonna be completely transparent and honest, I am, part of my mission and my calling is to be a plant medicine priestess, so to help and usher almost a shaman. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be attracting a shaman here shortly that will help me get a better understanding of my calling, because my calling is tied with plant medicine. So I've had a lot of plant medicine rituals, specifically through psilocybin, where the Most High has detoxed me physically, allowing me to physically purge my shadows that no longer serve me. So it's purging envy, purging jealousy, purging things that just are no longer of my highest good, and purging things that are hindering me and blocking me from manifesting union and divine union with the Most High and divine union with my highest self and my highest timeline. So I would recommend researching different consecration techniques and purging techniques and detoxing techniques. My route and my journey was through plant medicine and will continue to be through plant medicine. I'm going to make a whole different video on that also. Let me write that down. But yours could be through yoga. Yours could be through breath work. Yours could be through a whole different plant medicine. Yours could be through ayahuasca instead of psilocybin. Okay, like only that's between you and the Most High. Or fasting. Fasting is a very, very potent route for, or channel of consecration, medium of consecration. I cannot think of the word I'm looking for right now, but you get what I'm trying to say. So yeah, just like ask the Most High and ask your higher self and set the intention that you want to consecrate deeper and detox all that's no longer serving you, and detox your lower shadow self and things that are hindering you from divine union and hindering you from alignment with your divine calling, your divine destiny. Okay, moving forward. The next topic is sorrow on the journey. Sorrow and just like depression. This journey is very confusing. Okay, it's very confusing. It's very, it will tug on every last ounce and bit of sanity that you have. And you will constantly question God. You will constantly question yourself. You will constantly question your mental stability and your sanity, like I said. So that is a playground for the devil and for oppositional entities and energies to sow more discord into your mind, because they're feeding off of the low vibrations that you're already giving off of sorrow and victimhood mentality. So first we gotta allow me to invigorate your energy and flip it and remind you that you are the victor and not the victim. But I do walk with you in letting you know that you are not alone. That this journey is very confusing. And I'm not going to give you the cliche thing that most twin flame coaches say of your twin is always with you because your twin is you. I'm not going to say that. I hate that shit. Is so annoying. It really can be very depressing because they're so close to you, especially when you dream about them constantly and you're having synchronicities with them constantly, or even you may attract them in your orbit, physically, maybe not to the point where you guys talk, but maybe you guys would be at the same party, or they just left somewhere you were at, or you just arrived at somewhere they just left, or vice versa. And it's you almost miss them, or they're so close yet they're so far away. It really is so depressing. It really is. And it's so, you really have to be grounded in your regimens of keeping yourself, your rituals of keeping yourself stable. So times like that, you want to really, first of all, understand what's going on a deeper metaphysical layer, which is, are you in a chasing energy? Is he pulling on your energy in the astral realms? Is he chasing you? And that's why you're feeling the energy. And then you really want to get into your body. If you are a part of my collective, and if you're on this journey, you need to make sure you're moving your body every day. Yoga, meditation, sound healing, creative expression. You need to make sure you're getting out and socializing. You cannot be in hermit mode, or you also need to make sure that you're prioritizing your connection with the Most High, and you're prioritizing self-mastery and evolution and ascension. So also continuing to pour into your evolution and read the books you need to read and study the scripture, or make the content, take the classes, do the things that will galvanize you into the timeline of you being your ideal self, okay? That's what will help you get out of the sorrow. Also, honestly, again, plant medicine has been of so much service to me on this journey. I'm really going to be so authentic. The Most High has called me to tell the truth and be honest. And I have been in very, very deep, levels of depression, and I have done a macro and came out on the other side completely so much zeal for life, so optimistic, so grateful that I'm alive, and feel so close to God. So I will definitely make another video about that, because maybe that's on my spirit right now, because I'm being called to share that. Sorry, I got my tea next to me. Yeah, so you're not alone in that. And I understand how crazy this shit is, really, truly. And my twin is really in the public eye. So I felt isolated because I couldn't even go on social media. Like, I couldn't go on Instagram because, like, I can't not hear, like, it just, running into them is inevitable on social media. So don't try to figure out who they are. You will not get it. You will not know, and I will not share it. And it's not who you think it is, most likely. So, yeah. So, also, we need to continue. Okay, so now moving on to obsession. So obsession is just, we need to take them off of the pedestal that we have them on. And it's so easy to put them on a pedestal because the whole wide world puts them on a pedestal, and they dehumanize them, and they don't see them as a human being. They see them as like this figment of their imagination, and like they're not even real. And so it's so easy to idolize them because the media does already. And continue the remedy for taking them off the pedestal is really like the answer to everything is pouring into yourself. And it's so cliche and it's so annoying, and I wish I had something else better to give you, but keeping your mind and your spirit devoted. I want to say busy, but busy can turn into like numbing, so I'm not going to say busy, but keeping it devoted to yourself and to your evolution and to your expansion is really gonna win you and get you out of every hole that you get in. So practicing having your own self-care rituals and regimens, setting time aside in the mornings, all throughout your day, at night, for your nightly routines, your morning routines, prayer, meditation, mindfulness. Get into holistic wellness, take a dance class, go roller skating. I love to roller skate. Read a book, learn how to pick up a skill, guys. Like we really have, like, I know, and it's so easy because your divine counterpart is by far the most attractive, the most masculine, or if you're a man, the most feminine, the finest, the most talented, the most like ethereal, the most magical being in the whole wide world and the whole universe. So it's so easy to idolize them because they're like, how could you not? They're perfect to you because they literally are the perfect manifestation of a equal soul to your resonant soul. So like what, there's nobody else who can get you God the way your divine counterpart can, but you have to be careful with falling into obsession. You have to be careful with falling into obsession and binge watching their movies or their shows or their content, or listening to their music on repeat, going to their concerts just to try to run into them or just to try to get invited backstage, being a groupie, all of that stuff. You have to be so careful, dude, so careful. And there's nothing I can say that will make you get out of that. You really just have to get tired of your own bullshit. You have to get tired of chasing him until it just feels yucky. And then you realize, like, this doesn't feel good anymore, chasing after something that's not choosing me. Because the more that you chase, the more that they run away from you. So I learned that the hard way. And when I started to really pour into myself, that's when I started to magnetize him to me effortlessly. Beyond just synchronicities, like physically manifesting him. So, yeah. So regarding my spiritual advising, I am offering 1 hour sessions for $80 an hour, 2 hour sessions for $140, and email email in my bio to book, or if you have any further inquiries. And I really am so grateful that you guys are here. I'm so grateful that I get to do this, and it feels so good to finally be like, I'm making so much sense of this because there's other people going through this, and I'm glad that I took this step. and took the risk of doing this, creating this content, because I got so many emails from people thanking me for this content and for my video on my channel. So I'm grateful, and thank you for being here. My next video is going to be on recognition, crazy fangirl versus actual divine counterpart. Okay, so look out for that video. I will be posting daily, and I really urge you to I also implore you to book a session with me if you really have some issues going on, because I really want to help you guys as much as I can. And please also refrain from emailing me like really long stories and stuff, and like asking for advice, because odds are the advice you're asking me for, like, you have to book a reading for, because this energy is very, very dense and it's very energetically taxing. No offense to you. I love you dearly. I truly do. But I've had a couple people email me like really, really, really long messages and asking me multiple questions, and I have to just kindly tell you, you have to book a session with me, because this is something that we would go over in the session. And I love hearing your stories. Please don't get me wrong, I really do not want to offend anybody, but yeah. So just, be careful with that, please, because my energy matters too. And I have to make sure that I'm not compromising my spiritual integrity. And like I said, this energy is very, very, very dense. It's very dense. So I cannot just like read all this energy and then, give you something without being properly compensated energetically. So yes, thank you for being here. If you made it to the end of this video, I thank you so much, and I will see you in the next video.